Imekwafo and Egbado North Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State. Mr. Speaker, my point of order is brought under Order 8, Rule 46 of the House Rules to consider a very important matter as a matter of urgent public importance. And what is this matter, Mr. Speaker? Just last week, about 7 days ago, a former senator and a former minister of state, Senator Iyabo Anishulowo, was kidnapped at gunpoint by unknown persons. And since that last Wednesday, nothing has been heard from her abductors. And everybody is growing goosebumps. We don't know what is happening to her. And at this point, we feel we should bring it to the attention of the House and also Nigerians. To that effect, Mr. Speaker, I would be urging this House to consider this matter as a matter of urgent public importance and also to suspend the rules relating thereto. Thank you very much.
Honorable Prestige, that's an APC seat. If you agree that you're an APC member...
He said if I am, by the leave of the Speaker. By the leave of the Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for granting me this opportunity, and also thank my colleagues for bringing me to order. Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Prestige Osi. I represent Aba North, Aba South Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so move that the motion is urgent and that we should treat it as one. Thank you.
Aye. Those against it say nay. Ayes have it. Any seconder to the second limb of the motion also suspend relevant rules. Honorable Ishaka.
For granting me the floor for this all-important motion. I'm Honorable Isiaka Ayokule Ibrahim. I represent the very good people of Iwekoro Federal Constituency. I'm from the Gateway State to Nigeria. I'm from Ogun State, Mr. Speaker. I rise, Mr. Speaker, the second leg of this very important motion that will suspend our relevant rules to take this motion ably being moved by Honorable Kayode. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Kayode, you can now move your motion.
Distinguished colleagues, once again, my name is Hon Oladele. I represent Egbado North and Imekwafo Federal Constituency. I'm from Ogun State. Mr. Speaker, sir, this motion is moved on behalf of the Ogun State caucus in this House. We are 9 members, and I have their permission to move this motion. It's titled Urgent Call on the Police to Intensify its Search for the Safe Release of Senator Iyabo Anishulowo and for the federal government to seek the assistance of the Republic of Benin in the search and rescue of the senator. Mr. Speaker, the House notes that barely a few weeks after she celebrated her 65th birthday anniversary, an All Progressive Congress APC leader in Ogun State, former senator representing Ogun West Senatorial District of Ogun State, and a former Minister of State for Education, Senator Iyabo Anishulowo, was on Wednesday, April 27, kidnapped at gunpoint while returning from her farm located around Shawojo near Ilaro in Ogun State, a place not too far from the Republic of Benin border. Also notes that ever since her abduction, efforts by the security operatives to locate her and secure her safe release have been very unsuccessful. Further notes that in order to ensure her safe and speedy release, the Ogun State Commissioner of Police and other senior officers of the command have have not only relocated to Ilaro, the area where she was kidnapped, the Ogun State Police Command has also offered the sum of 5 million naira reward to anyone who may have useful or reliable information and assure any such informant of adequate confidentiality and security. Observes that kidnapping is a recent phenomenon in Nigeria, with the first kidnapping incident that took place in 1992. Further, the House further observes that between 1993 and 1996, there was no recorded incident of kidnapping in Nigeria, but in 1997, 2 persons were kidnapped, and in 1998, 6 persons were also kidnapped. The House is worried that the incidence of kidnapping took a higher dimension in 1999, when as many as 24 persons were kidnapped, and that was easily explained away as politically motivated abductions. Further worried that between 1999 and 2007, kidnapping increased in the Niger Delta region. Again, it was explained away as a reaction to environmental neglect, which the geopolitical zone had suffered. Then, in the southeast, the criminal act reared up its ugly head. Concerned that today, kidnapping incidents have spread all over the country, as criminals have resorted to it as a more lucrative enterprise compared with armed robbery. The reported cases of kidnapping from January 2015 to date show that more than 200 persons have been kidnapped within this period, and the amount demanded for ransom is well over 2 billion naira. Also concerned that despite the widespread incidents of kidnapping across the country, only a few states, particularly in the South-South and Southeast region, namely Edo, Bayelsa, Delta, Ebonyi, Cross River, Anambra, Enugu, Abia, and Imo states, including Kogi State, have enacted laws prescribing capital punishment for kidnapping. Apart from these states aforementioned, no other states in Nigeria have criminalized kidnapping. Aware that today anybody could be kidnapped in Nigeria, and in this era of the federal government trying to boost Nigeria's economy and project the country as a haven for investment and tourism, the frequency of kidnapping is bound to discourage foreign direct investment and tourism in Nigeria. But are aware that the enormity of the menace of this criminal enterprise has gone beyond the capacity of the state governments, hence the need for the federal government to take a holistic approach to combating kidnapping in Nigeria. The House resolves, 1, to call on the federal government to seek the assistance of the neighboring Republic of Benin in its search and rescue of Senator Yabo Anesilo, as the senator may have been taken across the international borders. 2, call on the Police Service Commission to expedite the recruitment of more police officers in order to ensure the security of lives and property in Nigeria in accordance with Section 14 of the Constitution of Nigeria. 3, call on the Inspector General of Police to provide the Ogun State Police Command with more technical and logistic support that may help to ensure safe and speedy release of the abducted former distinguished senator. And 4, call on the federal government to declare a kidnapping as an act of terrorism, punishable under the Terrorism Prevention Act 2011. And finally, Mr. Speaker, urge all the states in Nigeria to pass laws criminalizing kidnapping and prescribing adequate punishments thereof. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
I represent the good people of Buruku. My dear colleagues, I'm from Benue State. I stand to second the motion assembly moved by Honorable Kayode. I so second.
This is a straightforward motion.